Across the border, across the headlines, Iran's Gambit in Pakistan sparks regional unrest. While the world's gaze remained fixed on the escalating conflict in Gaza, a series of Iranian missile strikes jolted Pakistan, sending shockwaves through an already volatile region. In a swift and unexpected move, Tehran targeted alleged militant bases inside Pakistani territory, leaving the international community scrambling for answers and analysts scratching their heads. But why, amidst the Gaza war's fiery backdrop, did Iran choose to ignite another front, risking both regional instability and its own diplomatic standing? A tangled web of motivations. Several theories swirl around Iran's audacious move. Some see it as a calculated show of force, a message to both regional rivals and global powers that Tehran refuses to be boxed in by the Gaza conflict. The targeted locations, linked to the separatist group Jaish al-Adl, could be seen as a warning to Pakistan, a long-standing rival accused of harboring anti-Iranian militant groups. Others speculate that the strikes were a desperate reaction to internal pressures. With protests simmering at home over economic woes and the ongoing nuclear deal deadlock, Iran could be aiming to deflect attention by flexing its military muscle on the international stage. The calculated risk, the theory goes, is that a display of regional power might shore up domestic support and solidify the regime's grip. Still, another layer to the puzzle lies in the complex internal dynamics of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. The IRGC, with its hawkish stance, could be flexing its influence, pushing for a more assertive foreign policy even if it comes at the cost of diplomatic fallout. In this scenario, the strikes could be seen as an internal power play disguised as a strategic maneuver. Consequences across borders. Whatever the rationale, the consequences of Iran's gambit are far-reaching and potentially perilous. The Pakistani government, facing public outrage and the risk of escalating tensions with Iran, has vowed a befitting response, raising the specter of a wider regional conflict. Meanwhile, the strikes cast a shadow on the already fragile Afghan peace process, potentially emboldening anti-Taliban elements and further destabilizing the war-torn nation. Diplomatically, Iran's move risks isolating it further. Condemnation from international powers, including its Arab allies, could hamper its efforts to revive the nuclear deal and deepen existing rifts. The delicate balance of power in the region hangs precariously, with the potential for an unintended escalation that could spiral out of control. Beyond the immediate fallout, Iran's strikes in Pakistan also serve as a stark reminder of the region's underlying tensions and the interconnectedness of its conflicts. The Gaza war, the Afghan refugee crisis, and the nuclear deal deadlock are all threads in a complex tapestry, interwoven with historical animosities and competing geopolitical interests. Understanding the why behind Iran's move demands delving beyond the immediate headlines, into the intricate web of regional rivalries, domestic pressures, and ideological battles that lie beneath the surface. Looking ahead, the international community faces a delicate task. Navigating the fallout from Iran's gambit requires both understanding the underlying motivations and preventing further escalation. Diplomacy, dialogue, and de-escalation efforts must take center stage, lest the flames of regional conflict be further stoked, leaving behind a trail of chaos and instability in their wake.